I'm born in Montreal. I grew up in Scarborough, Toronto, and then we moved back to Montreal. And so I'm speaking French and English, and I speak little Spanish, little Italian.
whenever ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਲਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਫਰੈਂਕ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਮੌਂਟਰੀਅਲ ਤੋਂ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਐਮਪੀ ਰਹੇ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਪਲੱਸ ਸਕਸੈਸਫੁਲ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਰਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਦੱਸੀ ਵੀ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਦਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਬਾਰਬੇਡੋਸ ਤੋਂ ਸੀਗੇ ਸੋ ਤੇ ਫਾਦਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਤੋਂ ਸੀਗੇ ਸੋ ਸਟਰਗਲ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਦਰ ਨੇ 12 ਸਾਲ ਲੜਾਈ ਲੜੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਰੇਸਿਜ਼ਮ ਦੀ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਿੱਤਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਫਿਰ ਉਹੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੇਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਤਰੀਕ ਤੱਕ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਲਰ ਬੇਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਐਕਸਪਲੋਇਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ discrimination ਨਹੀਂ my son our son basically now he is excited for education earlier he was not sure what he want to be but now he is saying okay I want to be software engineer.
How old is he?
He's a 15.
Oh, that's
so he just getting into he just went to grade 10. It's one of the good high school and he's enjoying actually his studies now.
Oh, that's
so we are feeling today morning only I was talking to my wife like we are feeling so proud of him because as a family as a parents we are thinking we are achieving something because when your kids start thinking about getting into professional line I think it's a surety like he will have at least financially and some good stuff in his life will come.
Absolutely.
You know, other than if he is thinking, oh, I don't care, I want to have a simple life. There's nothing wrong in doing anything, but if you think like, okay, he want to go for a challenging job or education, so I think that's it.
Did you or look at the camera?
It's okay. Anyway, just take the mic here. जी so जिस तरह मैं बार बार कह रहा सीगा we have a special guest today and special guest is already here and we are very much late because so Frank welcome to Sovereign Radio.
Thank you Rajesh. Glad to be here.
Yes so Frank ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਜੀ MP ਰਹਿ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਮੌਂਟਰੀਅਲ ਤੋਂ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਅੱਜ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਏ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰੋ so give us little bit your introduction first so that
okay so I'm a professional engineer by training so I'm an engineer electrical engineer and I run a medical device company and in 2015 I was elected to be a member of parliament for the riding of Pierrefonds Dollar that's in Montreal.
Okay.
And I was there from 2015 to 2019.
2015-2019.
That's correct.
Okay, that's very good. And Montreal is a very beautiful city.
Thank you.
I was there and I really like it. So it's so good. And so what kind of role you played during that time?
So when I was in government, one of the things that was very important to me was human rights. I worked a lot on different issues, always trying to stand up for all Canadians. I wanted to make sure that it didn't matter what your background was, where you came from, that you were respected in Canada and that you had opportunities. So I believe in equality and opportunity for everybody. This was very important to me.
That's very good message actually because human rights is we all need equality. So no one, there is a whole lot of world they are crushing the poor people
yes.
and in many ways but I think that's very good like you played already very good role in there.
Thank you. Yeah, I can tell you that it comes from my parents. Like everybody, we were brought up by our parents and our parents give us direction. My mother is a black lady from Barbados and my dad is a white guy from England. And when my mother, not many people know this, but it's in the history books, when my mother was in the 1960s, she was a nurse. And she went for a job and the people said no, they denied her the job because of racism, because of they didn't want to hire a black person. And my mother took this company to court. It took 12 years in the court, and after 12 years the company was finally found guilty. And this is very important because it's the first case ever in Canada that said you're not allowed to do discrimination based on race in employment. People forget that 60 years ago this used to happen. So my mother's case is what they call precedent setting, the first time in Canada that she established through her fight that you cannot discriminate against people.
And I think on the basis of that, a lot of people will be filing the case. And
Absolutely.
So that's very good ਜੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਦਰ ਵੇਖਣ ਚ ਤਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਫ੍ਰੈਂਕ ਵਾਈਟ ਨੇ ਇਟ ਲੁਕਸ ਲਾਈਕ ਯੂ ਆਰ just white but Caucasian, you know.
No, I have a mix of many things in me, but my mother's from Barbados. And she was black lady. She's passed away. And my dad was from England, so I am a mix of two cultures. Yes.
No, that's very good. So when you are mix of two cultures, you understand a lot of things because you live with that, and when especially your mom is from that color background, and definitely every. Good mother, and she was just like a fighter. You know?
Absolutely, that's very, absolutely right. My mother was a tremendous lady fighter. Also, so I'm brought up in the Caribbean culture, the food and the way of living, and that's how your mother is normally bringing you up, and my mother was recognized and very much was appreciated for always fighting for rights. And this is what she taught us, all her children. I have 2 sisters, a brother. Is that you stand up for what's right. And my dad, same thing. My dad and my mother.
So that's very good. And how old is your dad now? He must be
my dad, he passed away during COVID time.
So
but my dad was 93 years old and a half, and I was I consider myself a very lucky person because I had wonderful parents, mother and father, and they gave me everything to be successful. Me and my brother and sisters were very supported. My mom. For her and my dad, education. Very important that all her kids have a good education.
Definitely the same because we were from also very humble background, and my dad used to work for Indian Railways.
Okay.
And he decided like he want all his kids, we have 5 of them, and want to have a good education, whatever according to him was good. So I was lucky enough because I was the youngest one, and he gave me private education and then engineering and everything. Okay. So because of his all the efforts, I think, or his vision, you can say. Parents' vision is very important.
Absolutely. You're lucky. Sounds like you're very lucky to have good parents too. So
I am very, very blessed all the time, I say, because I always have a very good surroundings with my family friends, and all these, and so that's perfect. And today, because we are almost short of time, and I am extremely sorry because we were not
at all.
sure, and it's happening. But thank you very much for coming. Any message you want to give before I let you go?
No, I want to say thank you. I want to say hello to all your listeners, and that I'm grateful to be here and have a chance to speak to you. And hopefully in the future, when I may go, many people are asking me to go back to politics, so I'm looking at that. And if that comes, I will come back and talk to you about that.
Definitely, we will love to have you and talk more about that, because who doesn't want to have a guy who went through all the process, learn first-hand information regarding the racism, and that's decades back.
Yeah.
And, so thank you very much, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you.
Thank you. So ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਮਾਪਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ. Thank you very much. Good night and Shabbat Shalom. Yes, so we are still on Facebook. If you want to record anything as well, and
so I'm born in Montreal. I grew up in Scarborough, Toronto, and then we moved back to Montreal. So I'm speaking French and English, and I speak little Spanish, little Italian.
That's a lot. You can interact with a lot of people. By
you speak. How many languages you speak?
I speak my mother tongue. Actually, my mother tongue is she was from Jammu and Kashmir.
Okay.
But I hardly speak that. But Punjabi, because my father was Punjabi and from Punjab, basically we are. So Punjabi I speak. Then Hindi is our national language from India, and then French, of course, not. But English,
well,
for sure, yeah.
You know, one of the great things, and I've met this, and you would know this, every language you speak, more languages, the better.
Yes.
And it gives you a doorway. It opens up a whole new life to new people, new cultures, beautiful things, and also how you think. Because some words make sense in one language, it doesn't even exist in another language. And it shows you that different words have importance. But I am very happy and always trying to learn new languages.
Yeah, that's very good, and especially you told me recently, like you a professional degree, like a
Yes.
engineering degree in electrical.
That is correct. Yes.
Yes.
So I'm
My wife is also instrumentation and control engineer. So she did her master's and bachelor's both. And but she's working in another line. But we are from the engineering line, and I know it's wonderful to go through all the process of profession.
So, my dad is electrical engineer.
Okay. Then.
Me, I'm electrical engineer, and my son trains as electrical engineer too. So bang, bang, bang. But my daughter, mechanical engineer.
Oh. That's very good. Actually, our son basically now he is excited for education. Earlier he was not sure what he want to be, but now he's saying, okay, I want to be software engineer.
How old is he?
He's a 15.
Oh, that's
So he just he just went to grade 10. It's one of the good high school, and he's enjoying actually his studies now.
Well, that's
So we are feeling, today morning only I was talking to my wife, like we are feeling so proud of him, because as a family, as a parents, we are thinking we are achieving something. Because when your kids start thinking about getting into professional line, I think it's a surety like he will have at least financially and some good stuff in his life will come.
Absolutely.
You know, other than if he is thinking, oh, I don't care, I want to have a simple life. There's nothing wrong in doing anything, but if you think like, okay, he want to go for a challenging job or education, so I think that's it.
Absolutely, and then you can be proud of him. And software engineering, they're going to make a very successful. They're going to be a very successful career in the software engineering field. You know.
In that there is many diverse fields further, but that's good. At least he's thinking he want to do that.
Yeah.
So we are thinking about him.
Yeah, that's what you want for your children, to have a good education. This is like we said, how my mother brought us up, and my mother was very demanding mother. One time I was strong in math. One time I come home 99% on my math, and my mother, you have to know my mother, she goes, Frank, I don't understand. Why you go to 99 and you didn't finish? Why So my mom always pushed for more, always more demanding. I said, okay, mom,
no, that's very good actually. No, he's the same thing, like, because he's showing me last night, he was showing me, oh dad, I got a 8 out of 8, and in one he got a 7.5 out of 8, and he said, oh, I made this mistake, but next time I will do it.
Good for him. That's excellent.
So before like I say anything to him, he's understanding. So I think this new generation is very good.
Yeah.
I totally admire them, the way they are doing things. Maybe at his age I was very, very, far away from any kind of these things.
Decisions,
Yeah, but no, this lot of other kids also I see. So
well, it's important if he has his friends. What I noticed is if you have good friends, they're going in the right direction together.
Yes.
That's what you don't always control that as a parent, but if you see that they have good friends and the good friends are working together, going in the right direction, they're all going to go together. That's what I've noticed.
yes, definitely, and that's why we need a very progressive and dynamic professionals and politicians to move forward and take us or lead us to the future.
Yeah.
And hopefully we will listen soon from you whenever you will be ready.
That's it. So I'm, like I said, I'm going around now meeting a lot of people, learning what's the challenges. I will say this. I know right now in Canada there's a lot of challenges, and sometimes people can be a little overwhelmed and worried, but I'm an optimistic person, and I think that Canada is a wonderful country, and if we work hard, we can make it even better.
Yes, that's very true. Actually, because we came from India in 16 or 18 years ago, and then in 2016, actually, Global TV did success story on me.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Wonderful.
they were recording all these things, and my studio was not allowing to do anything. Other media coming to our studio and do the things, but finally we were able to do that, and they publish it very well, and I always feel proud. Actually, till date I never think like I am a successful. But I was recommending them other people. So the manager over there, he said, why you are not interviewing this guy who is introducing you to other people, and it looks like he is a young new immigrant here, and we should interview him. So they did success story on me for 6 p.m. show.
Look, and that's wonderful, and that, like, my mom is immigrant from Barbados, my dad is immigrant from England, and they came and they had great success here in Canada too. And I think that shows you the contributions that good, hardworking immigrants can do for our country. I'm very proud of both my mom and my dad. You know.
Yeah, definitely, I think one step at a time. So your parents did wonderful here. They were not only just settling, what I can see, they did a great fight to settle down here and then achieve a great deal. And after that, when they saw you becoming a professional engineer and then elected as a member of parliament, so I think they must be very...
Yeah, they were proud. I will tell you, as we talk, so I have an older sister, I have a younger sister, younger brother, and this is their title. My older sister is Dr. Baylis. She's professor at Dalhousie University. My younger sister is Dr. Baylis, and she is a medical doctor specialized in sports med. And my younger brother, he is also Dr. Baylis, and he works here in Canmore for the mental health. So all of them have much higher education than me. I'm just a professional engineer education, but they are all doctor.
They are all doctor. But you are perfect for the politics.
Yeah,
you know?
But this was how my mom and my dad were very demanding on education.
Education is very important. That's why in Canada or in Alberta, we always want to have a better education for all our kids.
Absolutely.
Not only for few, and the kids, those having a special learning skills they require, we should support them also and make them equal to others so that they can do some. They are very good kids actually. We should appreciate them. And now because of our system, why I was saying we need progressive and visionary politicians like you into this field, because politics is a lot of time it's a mess, because the leaders, they are not making good decisions for the citizens.
This is a very good point. I was just talking to some people that work at the universities in Ontario, and they're not getting supported by the government, sadly, and they're being hurt financially, and we need to be helping them, because education is what makes our country great and what allows us to progress. So like if your son becomes a software engineer, that's wonderful. He'll earn a good living and he'll also make Canada stronger. We need strong education. This, I have no doubt about. This is critical for success of a country.
Yes, and there, in Alberta, we are the least paid per student. Alberta is spending least money, I think.
Is that right? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I don't know why government of Alberta, if anyone is listening from my lot of friends from the government, they must be listening, but we need to raise Alberta is a great province itself, and we need to work hard, and especially we need to keep our youngsters over here, youth, so that we can give them better education, and then we give them more. We have so many, deserving students. They have to go out of province to study either it's a med or engineering or other qualification, and sometimes they don't like to come back because after, just like me, if I look at my professional career during my college time, once you go out from home, generally you don't go back, so you mostly stay out. And
that's a very good point. Listen, a society's richness is based on how educated and how capable the citizens are. So it's not spending money, it's investing money. We should always be investing, and you're not going to go wrong if you're investing in educating your children. This is for sure. My brother and my two sisters are very, very successful. I don't brag on myself, but I had success too. But without education, no, it's not possible. So we're actually blessed that we have a good educational system, and we should always work, and all politicians, to make sure it's very strong, very supportive of all our students.
No, definitely. I think ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਵੀ ਆਲਸੋ ਵੈਨਐਵਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਲਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਫਰੈਂਕ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਮੌਂਟਰੀਅਲ ਤੋਂ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਐਮਪੀ ਰਹੇ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਪਲੱਸ ਸਕਸੈਸਫੁਲ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਰਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਦੱਸੀ ਵੀ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਦਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਬਾਰਬੇਡੋਸ ਤੋਂ ਸੀਗੇ ਸੋ ਤੇ ਫਾਦਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਤੋਂ ਸੀਗੇ ਸੋ ਸਟਰਗਲ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਦਰ ਨੇ 12 ਸਾਲ ਲੜਾਈ ਲੜੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਰੇਸਿਜ਼ਮ ਦੀ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਿੱਤਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਫਿਰ ਉਹੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੇਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਤਰੀਕ ਤੱਕ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਲਰ ਬੇਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਐਕਸਪਲੋਇਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਡਿਸਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖੀਆਂ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਦੋ ਸਿਸਟਰ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਈਲੀ ਐਜੂਕੇਟਡ ਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਨਾਲ ਦੀ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਵੀ ਨੇ ਐਂਡ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬ੍ਰਦਰ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੈਨਮੋਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਨੇ। ਸੋ I think they all are contributing to our great country and Frank ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ basically politics 'ਚ ਵੀ ਰਹਿ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੁਣ once again business ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਕਾਫੀ ਦੋਸਤ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ recommend ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ go back to politics because you are meant for politics and leadership. So, ji.
Thank you. Well, you never know. You never know. A lot of people are asking me to go back, and it's something in the future I will consider. Yeah.
Definitely, that's very good. And anything else you want to share?
No, I say thank you to everybody. I wish everybody a nice. The summer is coming and the nice weather is coming, so I wish everybody nice holidays coming up and that. And thank you for having me, Rajesh. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. You are a great community man. I should appreciate your efforts and thank you very much for all.